What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips and tricks if you are trying to be on no money spent on this game, or what I would really look to do if, let's say, I was to start the game today and be no money spent. Because obviously, you got two sides to everything. You got the people that go and get LeBron James, and you got the people that are really approaching the event being budget, as budget as possible. So again, that's kind of one side of things. The other side of things is, you know, there you got people that hop right into Showdown, King of the Court. And then you got other people who are just trying to build their squad from the ground up. So if you are nobody spent, where would I start? Well, I'd start right here in these weeklies, right? And I know it sounds maybe boring. It doesn't sound like it's worth your time. But if you get a combination of VJ Edgecombe, Austin Reeves, Jimmy Butler, and Lauri Markkanen, you're already on a good path, right? You are. And a lot of these things are not difficult to do. Like a lot of these things, challenges you can just get done as you are starting the game. Like for, you know, Lauri Markkanen and Jimmy Butler. Right? You need to play and win 15 games. Easy enough to do. You'll add 2 good cards to your squad. While you're winning those games, grind some of these VJ Edgecombe, Austin Reeves challenges. And again, your squad's going to be in a solid position. So this is where I would start. Try to get a combination of these cards, especially Edgecombe, especially Jimmy, especially Lauri. I don't love Austin Reeves, but obviously offensively, he is, you know, solid enough to help you out. So that's where I'd start, right? If you are getting the game, start in these weekly challenges, grind those things out. Then after you get those weekly challenges done, I would head right in here to some of these pumpkin challenges. So you start with, you know, the ones for the diamond pumpkin, right? Grind some of these Chills Festival card challenges out. Now to do that, you are going to have to unlock the auction house. You are going to have to buy a Chills player. So again, while you are playing the game, if you're just starting, you're going to have to, again, unlock the auction house, buy one of these Chills players, and grind the challenges out. Now again, it's not like these Chills cards are super expensive. 5,400 MT can get you one, but really your main goal here is just grinding for this diamond pumpkin. Now, once you do complete all these challenges, again, not super difficult to do, what you're gonna want to do is use that diamond pumpkin and go and get OG Anunoby. Okay, because OG Anunoby is fantastic. I know some people hate on him. The card is absolutely fantastic. Now, by the time you get OG Anunoby, right, and grind for the rest of those cards, you should have a decent amount of pumpkins. Your MT count should be going up. And so at that stage, you could probably honestly get both Zaccharie Risacher and MPJ, right? So at that stage, you should have, you know, you should have OG, you should have MPJ, you should have Risacher, you should have, you know, Jimmy Butler, you should have VJ Edgecombe, you should start having, you know, some MT. You should start really working your squad out in a big time way. And then the next thing is grinding for Pat Ewing. So again, you get the challenges done for you know, the moments cards. Then you get the challenges done for OG Anunoby. The third step is grinding triple threat only breakout on rookie. Now, why is this something I recommend doing? Because you fly through games. So at this stage, even if you have MPJ is a perfect guy to have for this type of challenges. Austin Reeves, the same thing. You fly through games and you get a ton of pumpkins added. And then again, after you complete a lot of the board on the outside, you have some badge packs, you have some MT that you can claim as well. So again, definitely something that is worth your time is grinding breakout triple threat on rookie difficulty. Again, you can get through games in 3 minutes, can really rack up the MT. And again, while you are doing that, you are adding pumpkins to your lineup, because at the end of the day, the next step, the next goal is grinding for Pat Ewing. Do I think Pat Ewing is the best card in the game? No, but he is a more than solid center to start your squad being no money spent. So that's step 3, okay? Step 1, get all the moments cards. Step 2, grind for OG with the Chills challenges. Step 3, grind breakout triple threat to try and work your way for Pat Ewing. Now, it's not going to be that easy to get Pat Ewing. I got to be honest with you, right? It's not hard to get Patrick Ewing, but it's not going to be necessarily the easiest thing to do, because again, you do need a diamond pumpkin card. And if you're wondering, well, Ty, how hard is it to get a diamond pumpkin card? Well, you're going to have to play 60 breakout triple threat games. Again, not super difficult. but it is something that is ultimately going to take you a little bit of time to do. So after you get Patrick Ewing, after you got OG Anunoby, after you got Risacher, MPJ, all of the Moments cards, then what's next? Well, in my opinion, it's working your MT and trying to have it carry you. So what does that mean? Well, that means if you want to go, let's say you need a point guard. Well, guess what? Alex Caruso is a fantastic budget point guard right now for 20,000 MT. This one's 18,000 MT for Alex Caruso, 16,000 MT for Alex Caruso, who is an incredibly good 15,000 MT for an incredibly good budget option. Boom. At this stage, you should have enough MT to go get a guy like Alex Caruso. And again, if you need, another position, right? Start working some of these budget options. You need a power forward. Marquise Chris is right there for you. Start working some of these budget options to, again, build your squad out. And again, at this stage, you should be able to build basically a complete budget squad once you are able to get the Patrick Ewing of the world. And again, I know it sounds like really Ty, you're wanting me to get all these Ammies and I'm playing, these pink diamonds and all these cards. Well, these Ammies are cards that can compete. Trust me, like an MPJ can go out there and compete with the best of them. Step 5 is to take your squad to the next step. Because, once you get some of these Ammies, the budget options, like I said, the Alex Carusos, the Matthew Dellavedovas, even if you wanted to, guys, you could work your way. I'm not necessarily recommending it, but you could work your way towards Egor Demin, which, again, not necessarily my biggest recommendation, but if all you need is 5 wild gem point guards, well, that's not super difficult, right, at all. You can easily, or you need 10. You need 10 wild gem point guards. You could easily sit on this snipe filter and snipe some cards that are needed. 4,200 again for that card. If you can get cards for like 3,000 MT, you're going to be able to get them in for what, 30,000 MT, which again is super cheap at the end of the day to work your way towards him. But the last thing is to snipe cards. Now, what do I mean when I say snipe cards? Well, buy cards for cheap and sell them for more. And there's a variety of ways that you guys can snipe cards. It's not just a one size fits all. There's a variety of different snipe filters that you can sit on. So for example, Wild Gem Timberwolf cards right now are going for a lot of MT. Like I think 30,000 MT for Wild Gem Timberwolves cards. So if you can snipe them for 20,000 MT, you're going to be good in solid position. You can even go and try to snipe some Nets Wild Gem cards for cheaper than they're going for. Because right now they're going for 8,000 MT. If one popped up, let's say for 5,000 MT, I'd probably snipe it, right? Again, it's not, your margin for error right there is not that high, but it's something you obviously could look at. Same thing with the Utah Jazz. These are cards that go for a little more, and again, it's just all about buying for cheap, selling them for more. Even, you could sit there and try to snipe Sapphire Wild Gems, right? See what their price is. Try to find one. Okay, if they're going for 3,900, try to find one for 3,000. Same thing with rubies. You can work in all of these different snipe filters, but honestly, sniping cards is one of the main reasons that I've been able to make so much MT throughout this game so far. No, it's not necessarily the biggest thing in the world, but if you can start sniping cards, you're going to notice your MT go up in a pretty big way, and it's not going to take you that long ultimately to do. Even like amethyst, even diamonds, at every tier, guys, you can snipe cards and try to ultimately sell them for more. So just kind of working that thing out, seeing what ultimately is working for you. You could even go as far as sniping badges, right? Like certain badges have some solid value. So guess what? You want to snipe a solid badge? On ball menace, right? It's a solid badge. So you could see, okay, what do I want to pay for on ball menace? Okay, 33,000 right there. Can I make some MT on silver on ball menace? Probably, right? I don't know for sure. I probably would leave that alone, but that is definitely a badge that you could look to snipe and sell for more. Lightning launch, right here, another one, right? Bronze lightning launch for what, 2,200. You could probably, I wouldn't touch it, but you could, right? You could look at getting that and maybe possibly selling it for more. And I know a lot of these things you're probably like, really, Ty? These are the things you snipe? These are the things you guys need to look at, right? Again, it's not just a simple fix, but if you are able to snipe a couple of cards, you're going to notice your squad go up in a big time way. Even for me, I've been able to snipe some of these cards on my way towards Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Even when I was going for Scottie Pippen, I sniped a big card going for Scottie Pippen. I've sniped Mario Ellie when he was going for 700,000 MT. and sniped him on my way towards Scottie Pippen. So these are the things for you guys that you guys can look at, obviously sniping, to help you guys, you know, make progress for certain cards. Again, you could even sit on, if you wanted to, just kind of another idea, you could sit on this Diamond Wild Gem filter. Now, I'd maybe sort it by positions, because at this stage there are a lot of Diamond Wild Gems, but sort it by position. And again, if one pops up, like a Tyreke Evans, for example, you can make some solid MT on him. If a souped up, let's say Ron Harper pops up with 10 legends, you could probably snipe him and make some MT. Now again, this is just kind of another avenue that you guys can look at into building your squad out. But these are the small things that can help you guys out, right? These are the small things that once you already get a good squad, that you can have it level up pretty quickly, pretty easily, without you having to really do a whole ton at the end of it. And honestly, wild gem cards and their prices, they're not nearly what they once were. So just kind of make sure before you really snipe any cards, not just these wild gems, before you snipe any card, you got to be knowledgeable, right? You got to know how much all of these cards are going to end up going for before you end up losing some MT off what you think is a snipe, but actually is not going to be. So just kind of be knowledgeable about it. Find what works for you. My snipe filters are probably, you know, pretty rare. They're not snipe filters that other people really use. So think about it uniquely, right? So again, think about, okay, what could possibly work for me that other people aren't doing, right? Because these filters, I mean, are pretty common knowledge. A lot of people are probably going to be on these filters. But if you can find a filter that's not as common that works for you, that is really where you're going to have a lot of success on this game. So that's kind of the approach that I would take. Obviously, again, grind the game, have fun doing it, but you can build a squad via no money spent easier now than you have been in the past. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.